Hey everybody, Radaman here. Thanks for tuning in to Starsector. So last episode I offered you the opportunity to go vote in a poll, and here are the results. The plurality of you voted that I should colonize a system that allows me to exploit more resources, a resource-rich solar system in other words. And the second runner-up would be proximity to Rama. So I'm going to combine those two choices into a resource-rich system near Rama, which means that is exactly where I'm going to go. I'm done bullying my neighbors. Let's get back home. Another thing I am almost certain to do is to swap back to my bread and butter laser ship in lieu of using more of the low-tech ships. I did want to roleplay that the Belters finally made it as a high-tech civilization, and I figure running around with my Paragon is a perfect example of that. Wow, my intel feed is lighting up. There's a lot going on. So once I start to kick off the colonies, oh, we are running into some danger here. I will then, as they are growing automatically and don't require, oh, look at that, my mercantile convoy. I'm going to go harass the church until I can, crumble it as much as I can without the saturation bombing. Of course, you voted against saturation bombing, and I'm fine with that. All right, Epsilon Hufra, where is that? Huh, it's weird that I got the distress way after I drove past it. Okay, here we are, back home. Managing my colonies, I am going to go to Fleet and take the Radamanthine and leave the Radamanthus. I know, confusing, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Another thing I'm going to do is, well, first, let's toss myself in there, is to slowly retire the Colossi in lieu of bigger, I'm going to store this, in lieu of bigger storage ships. These are more fuel efficient, but now that I'm close to my storage max, it's no longer necessary. And I think I'm also going to put my smuggler away because the jig is up. Everybody knows I'm running AI cores. I'm not fooling anybody at this point. All right, going to custom production. That means I want the, oh, there it is. I'm going to get some atlases instead of the Colossus that I have. And then I have to figure out where the heck am I going to settle to. So if you look at the info tab and you go to unclaimed, it doesn't even really matter what you set it up as. Forget the current system. And you sort by distance. Dist, right? So here we have like desert worlds that are very close. This is at Churd. But only two desert world, or barren and desert world, that's not going to be that sexy. You've got Alpha Dana. Again, not amazing. You do have the, there's another arid and barren world. Now we have to figure, if I want to start to monopolize, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to find a system that has access to volatiles. So here is, for instance, a system, the Gamma Huffer system. This world, for instance, has abundant volatiles, and then some of the other worlds, although terrible, have some of the other resources. But I think we also need to be able to grow food, right? So unless Gamma Huffer has a farmland somewhere, which I do not believe it does, this is also out. So let's just keep running down the list. Then we've got the Kigameng. Again, no farmland. This is the system I freed from the Remnant Nexus. Again, no farmland, so we'll skip over that. Here we go. We have got Wendigo. Wendigo... Oh, wow. This desert world actually doesn't have farmland. But Wendigo does have one world that has poor farmland. But I don't believe Wendigo has Valdals. So that one's out. Zeta Hufra has a bunch of worlds that I suppose I never truly surveyed. Alright, so let's lay in course there. What else did I come home to do before I actually leave? I am going to re-up my fuel for sure, because right now I don't have a whole lot of it. And... Okay, yeah, let's buy some fuel. Buy some supplies. Buy a lot more fuel from the stockpiles. And then what I want to do is store stuff. I think I store stuff at Libuetta. Yes. Because obviously I don't want these forges and this kind of stuff falling in the wrong hands. That's not Remnant. So we'll put this stuff away. I don't have the AI cores with me right now. If I find a world suitable for them, I can obviously take them. Alright, cool. Taking a look at my ship, just to make sure that this ship isn't, you know, missing something. It would be a shame if it was. Fleet. Refit. No. Okay, yeah. This is all set. Weapon groups unchanged. Perfect and beautiful. I mean, it should be, right? I didn't really mess with it. Alright, so I do have a few... I have a blueprint that I should have stored, but whatever. We're on our way now. So I suppose the Zeta Hufra was the... It's a black hole system that I never really surveyed. So we'll get down there. Give their planets a little look-see. Alright, so trace Valdals are here. So if I manage to find farmland, unlikely, but if I do manage to find farmland somewhere around here, this would be a decent contender. I do prefer large solar systems with many planets over ones without. Alright, that world sucks. Kind of not surprising. Alright, a lot more Valdals there. But again, we're really not finding organics or something colonizable that has farmland or anything like that. Also, not too keen on all the nebula that are in this solar system. Not that I'm going to find myself prowling through the nebula too often, but it is annoying because it slows you down. And this system seems to be full of it. I thought this was a black hole system. Where on Earth is the black hole? Oh, it's a nebula system. Sorry, I was wrong. I see here's an ice giant. Some abundant Valdals, and I don't think this rocky unstable world is going to have farmland. And it does not. Alright, hopping out of here. Okay, we surveyed all of the nice worlds here and found very little. It's hard to determine what the proximity to Rama is when I'm not stationed at Rama, so you'll have to excuse me. I'll have to do a quick return back. Taking a look at the colony threats. At Alpha Makalata, there is an active terracell. It is bringing Yig's stability down from max to a little bit lower, but other than that, not all that concerning. I'm just going to re-up the growth incentives because looked like Perdition had grown once, and it opened up another industry. I could start adding planetary shields everywhere. I did unlock that tech. I have mining here and fuel. I'm just trying to think of what would be a good industry here, because refining is kind of not all that helpful. Light industry would be fine, I guess, providing we have enough food. How much food is... Yeah, because Yig's supplying it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add some light industry. Because we've got farms... well, soon we will have farms at Yig. Because Yig has poor farmland. So that will be the next industry that we add here. And that way we have 2 farms fueling 2 light industries. Locking down even more of my... more of the galactic market for myself. So going back to planets for proximity. So here we are at Rama. Kingaming Dis. It's going to be a little tricky to find the Goldilocks here. So, Greem, I never really, I never really surveyed too much of, but taking a brief look at it, I don't think Greem is going to have the worlds we're looking for either. Yeah. Greem. I just did see it at Hufra. Alright, what about Australia? Because it has a jungle planet here that is pretty good. So let's lay in a course there. And I'll just paint an imaginary bubble. So we're actually not that close. Well, we're still pretty close to Rama. Oh, it also has some sort of warning beacon. It's a low one, so it's probably teeny little fleets. Oh, here's an unsurveyed world with ruins. Not much in those ruins, but hey, you know, still ruins. So, fully surveyed Pullaman. This is quite a nice world. What is the hazard? Actually, the hazard rating is ridiculously high, considering it is just a jungle. But it does have organics, which would be nice to mine. Poor farmland, unfortunately. Let's go check in with their last planet. No volatiles here to speak of, but I can always colonize 2 systems. Yeah, just moderate ores. Okay, that's not too sexy. Well, let's try to sort by hazard. Of unclaimed hazard. So, this world is fantastic. This was the Terra world I found just north of Rama. I think I'm just going to pull the trigger and go for that. It doesn't get much better than that world. That world is, I mean, it's very far away from the galactic core, but it's not too far from Rama. And you all, the least voted option, just a reminder, the least voted option here was the proximity to the core worlds. So that is the least important according to you all. Meaning that, yes, this is about as far as from core worlds as you can get, other than going out to like a corner out here. But you told me that that should not be a factor, or at least only 13 of you cared that that would be a factor. I know it's not ranked choice voting. There wasn't priorities, but we'll just roll with it. Alright, Livoetta getting some random stuff, and here we are. Star Fortress at Yig is now done. That brings our stability up, which is very good. So we were having stability problems there. I don't see problems with this system at all. It has a lot of promise, in fact. So let's go do it. Establish a colony. I'm not going to change the name. I'm going to add, let's see. We're going to have to wait for the starport, but I'm going to add farming. And let's incentivize growth. The distance is going to be a little tough to address because it is very, very far from everywhere else, meaning that trade up here is not going to be that fun. You know, we're not likely to find a lot of you know, trade routes that come out this way. Okay, there's teeny little remnant fleets around, but I'm not too worried about that. All right, let's establish a colony here. So this is for farmland, some ores, slightly higher hazard rating, but still relatively low. And again, some growth. And then once the starports are done, we can freeport it. And this rocky metallic world's probably really good for mining. Okay, hazard rating is reasonable. I don't have the heavy machinery. And there's some ores there. So what I will do is return back home, grab the heavy machinery, grab some AI cores, and start to really ramp up. Is this Dis? No, this is Wendigo. Oh, cool. And it's right next to a beaconed world, meaning that if I want to farm for... Oh, no, maybe that's the same beacon for Dis. Because killing remnants is a really good way to get some high-tech stuff. All right, managing the colony here. We are going to take more than enough. And let's go with, I need to sell this. This stuff I need to just sell. I don't need it. Wow, we are just about out of supplies. So let's top that up. Top up the fuel. Top up supplies. My end of month is going to be pretty expensive. We have enough crew to colonize one more, so I'm not that worried about the crew part. What's in storage? All right, we could sell this. All these, yeah, let's sell these things. So all this needs to be sold. The rest of this can be kept. I'm just going to keep the AI cores on me because, you know, why not? No one's going to be able to take it from me. Okay, heading over to Perdition to the commerce, to the open market. Let's get rid of that stuff. So I'm going to quickly head up to my new fledgling colony, drop a flag into that one world. There we go. We are starting to get, so let's Freeport. Freeport's going to lower the stability, but increase the growth, which matters a lot. And then I'm going to upgrade to Megaport after the farming. I'm not going to worry too much about security early on. And Warman, again, just did the same thing. So Freeport reduces stability, but it allows for like black market trade for resources that are needed to expand. So where am I heading? I am heading here. So I'll lay in a course and transverse jump there. Nope, I transverse jump to the other world. So as far as I could tell, I did do some preliminary scans. I don't think there's not a lot of secrets in this system. Yeah, there's my monthly income. That was rough. So then we'll head back to Rama and grab the atlases in lieu of the colossi. Blue Crow, I like that name. All right, let's drop the growth incentives. And here we've got a world that can be mined. So we'll set up mining, obviously. All right, managing the colony. What I'm going to do is assign AI cores. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. And let's go ahead and assign AI cores up here too. Just to reduce the demand that the population has for growth. Oh, also, I need to install the governors. What? Who are you? Oh, you're someone I rescued. Get out of here. All right, managing the colony. Colony info. Let's install AI cores as governors because they're far better than I am at it. Okay, and slap some AI cores elsewhere too. All right, Warman, heading over to you. And these guys, given the love that I just showed them, should grow pretty quickly. Other things I could do is set up things in the stable location. So I would need metals and transplutonics for that. So I'll come back at some point and set that up, especially the stability. Stability would be very helpful up here, providing pirates don't harass it to death. All right, managing the colony here. Let's do the AI core. And I'm going to stick around for 6 more days, just sort of sitting here. Yep, pirate activity already in up. They are quick. They see an opportunity. Yeah, that's another problem is Every additional colony that you set up, you are going to get additional pirate activity, pirates coming out of the woodwork for what you got. Come on. Where's this starport? Are you done? 1 day left. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, starport. Assign beta level core. And next, you are going to be upgraded. Alright, and these planets are going to grow real fast. To allow them to grow, let's go ahead and clear out the pirate threat. I'm going to buy someone a drink. That is far, far easier. So they are in Wendigo, and they're harassing me from there. My fuel and supplies look fine, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Find these stupid pirates. And they're right next to the arid world. Military options. Let's engage. Me and the aggro. I'll have to remember I'm in a new ship. Man, this base is a waste of my time. They have what, like a few grav beams and a hellbore cannon? Alright, well there's nothing else to shoot at, so might as well blow up their spurs. I really thought I'd get him on first pass, but they had more flux on that one side of their station than I thought they'd have. Alright, here we go. Come on, aggro, you got a nuke. Alright, next up we are going to go to the Alpha Makota, or whatever it's called, and disrupt the terror cells, not because they pose a threat, just because I won't bend to terror cells. There's also pirate activity. Wait. Yeah, let's go back to Rama real quick. There's pirate activity at Rama as well that I don't yet know about. Buy someone a drink and learn about who's harassing my home. I could also pick up metals and transmutonics. And, you know, in honesty, I could probably colonize all the rest of the worlds here. There's not a reason why I wouldn't. So let's first get, I don't know, 500 more crew. Just to top up our fuel. And we have the metals, and now we just need the transmutonics. Let's get a little bit more metals. Yes, I'm going to, so I don't accidentally ever sell these things, I'm going to just move them separately. And transplutonics is a mining thing, so Bezel probably has some transplutonics. And they do. That's definitely more than I need. Cool. Another thing I need to do is to pick up my ships. So, the fleet, Yubin and Sumo, you are going to be renamed into the new ships. So let's take the new ships. We've got, I guess just 2 of them. Go to our fleet, and go to refit. So these things here, where are they? Oh god, they're down. Let me move them. Alright, refit. They are super freighters. So we've got Yubin. And I'm going to strip it. And then Sumo. And we'll strip this one as well. Alright, old Yubin and Sumo, you are going to be sent in. And then we will refit these ships. So, what do we want? What is our max speed? Our max speed is fine. Yubin and Sumo. Oh, you know what? I might need to speed them up a little bit because I am in a system that has a nav boost. So let's get them up to 7 at least. So let's refit, adding military subsystems. That increases, you know, a little bit of speed and combat readiness and all that stuff. Next would be the cargo holds, because they're cargo ships. And then I'm not so sure what. Because they're really never going to ever see combat. I'll do a converted hangar. Oh, wow. No, there's no point, because I have no points left over to even put a put anything in the hangar. Well then, I really is there a way to make these faster? No. It's priced out. Huh. Alright, we'll just do I can't even do thrusters. Just do some railguns on the butt with the railgun on the front. Okay, so this is our setup. I am going to create a variant here. So now I can just auto fit this to the variant. That didn't. Wait, how are these? Oh, because that's not an assault gun. Ah, I ran out of railguns. Ah, that's what's going on. All right, let's not bother putting a railgun on the front, because God knows we're never going to be charging. Okay, so refit. Done. Now they're identical. So what is my storage? Cool. So we've got 2,600 from Yubin and Sumo, the 2 atlases. We do have another atlas rolling off the line. But that's enough storage for now. Let's manage the colony, go to the open market, sell off the crap guns that I had. And then we were going to buy some beers, weren't we? So buy some beers. Exact base Delta Dana, that's real close. I'll blow up their pirate base first, and then I'll get to the Pather cells and disrupt them. And then I think what will happen is when my new system, way up north, is developing, I'm going to try to crush the church into smithereens. Oh, there we are. Hesperus, a colony belonging to the Ludic Church, has took the turn for the worse. unless the colony is stabilized, it is going to be completely lost in the near future. That's what we want. That is what we want. Engage orbitals. All right, let's just disco ball this one. So I definitely want to, right after I disrupt the Pather cells, make a new trip down to disrupt them further, because their worlds are starting to crumble. And if I keep the pressure on, they will indeed crumble, which is going to be pretty important. Who needs shields when you've got, like, a laser show that kills everything? Alright, I'm gonna actually focus on just blowing up the debris, so when this makes a return around, there's not debris in my way. These little pirate bases are pretty dinky. So before, there goes the pirate activity. So before I go way south, I'm going to go to Hanas again, and I'm going to set up system-wide stability and assign whatever cores I have left to assign. Just not going around this. As the bird flies, who cares? We use up some supplies. Light industry of perdition. Ah, hello. Yep, I'll have to swing by Perdition and give that a little beta core. Alright, Hesperus is decivilized. Now. Haha, yes. Let the church burn. Okay, so let's make a comm relay for some stability. And a nav buoy. It's probably going to be the most useful. Alright, head over to the worlds. Okay, these worlds are definitely in flux. They're currently... I don't know if there's any... Oh, 2 days? Okay, yeah, I'll stick around for the 2 days for Warman. And 1 day for, Okay, let's head over to Enying. So it's about to be done with farming. There it goes, boom. Colony info, assign a beta core. So once I build this stuff, I'm going to build ground defenses, patrol HQ. This will be for stability, and then orbital station, and we'll set Warmon up the same way, and that will get the stability up, allowing us to grow a little bit faster. Okay, Warmon's done. And we will do Blue Crow as well. Warmon. Oh, yeah, okay. It's queued. I thought it was currently skipping the mega. I actually don't need to travel over here. Unless I wait 20 days for mining. I'm not going to wait 20 days for mining. Now, as you can see, the stability here is rather high, which is great. All right, let's go disrupt the Pather cells, and then disrupt the Pather worlds and church worlds. I'm definitely going to have to re-up my, look at my money. Good investments, though, good investments. I'm going to have to re-up my fuel and supplies. But as you can see, my monthly income is going up. These new worlds are already producing. Hello, Perdition. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Open market. Manage colony. So, did this other ship get done? I really thought I queued up. I really thought I queued up another Atlas. I guess I didn't. I'll queue one up. I thought I did 3. Oops. But I suppose that would be wrong. Oh, another thing, we are going to do beta core into Perdition as well. So let's do that in just a second. I just wanted to grab some more supplies. I'll just do a ton of supplies. Alright, Perdition, here I come. So, light industry. Let's give you a beta core. And now, heading down to... It's down that way somewhere. I'll figure out exactly where it is in just a sec. Colony threats. Hegemony is going to Bezel. They're massively outmatched. Not even going to bother doing anything about that. My defense fleets will absolutely crush them into nothing. Which is what they are. They're nothing. Okay, I probably don't need to regrowth incentivize. I mean, it helps a little bit, but I'll just wait until those planets grow. Right now, they are size 3. But they're about to hit 4. I think. No, they're halfway to 4. I wouldn't use the word about. Alright, so we've got some Pather cells somewhere in Makalutta or whatever. Oh, and a bunch of other deteriorations. Gilead, Asher, Tartarus, or whatever it's called. Yes, that's great. What I do need to do is to revisit them and to make sure that I seal the deal, so to speak. Alright, that's just a stupid fleet. Where is your station? Probably, yeah, it's on the... Don't int all. That's... You're not even attacking me. You're just being a jerk. Slowing me down. Alright, I think their station is orbiting the sun here. Oh, no, it's right... Okay, perfect. Military options. Engage. Laser time. Plus more. Because, you know, why not? I've got supplies. I brought extra supplies for that reason. Overkill is just enough kill when dealing with the terror cells. So I brought a ton because this is a rather high-tech base. Not that I need it, but hey, why not just blow it up right quick? Oh no, the stupid debris is blocking me. I'll just keep firing through it. Alright, station armor broke. Whoa, those fighters actually broke a section. That's fanciful. They're on their last legs. Having all these fighters here is really nice. I should collect more remnant bombers, honestly. They're really good at hounding stations to death. Alright, so all the Pather cells just got poofed. Now I wanted to make a little bit of a trip out to confirm that the church worlds become decivilized. So, let's go with the intel. These are the worlds becoming decivilized. Let's go pay them a visit. I tagged the intel as important because I think it's important to try to get rid of those church worlds. Okay, let's just hit the storm. Busted up my tankers pretty good, but and one of my tugs. Has the hegemony been resupplying these idiots? I hope not. Here we are. So if we take a look at this world here, this is where the Ludic Church used to have. They had Tartassus, and what other world do they have? Maybe just Tartassus here, because I don't... Oh, maybe it was a space station or something like that. But obviously they're gone. They're gone, gone, gone. My full court harassment worked. Now, part of me sort of wants to fill in the... you all didn't vote for this. Maybe I'll... another poll? But a part of me wants to just fill in the... power vacuum and start to colonize all of the systems that I've removed. Because, yeah, we've got... Let's pay this... Yeah, Gilead is just an open world now. I mean, I'm sorry, but... So let's make sure that this Ludic Church goes bye-bye, this planet. But Gilead... It's too much of a gem for me not to colonize. Look at it. Just look at it. Exploring the ruins. I like how the ruins had a gamma core. Establishing a colony. I mean... Yeah, like, take a look at it. Why not? I'll keep the name. This is the whole purpose of the war, right? Alright, growth incentives. right, so not enough crew to keep my my ship combat ready. I will get crew as soon as I destabilize Asher a little bit more. I'm just gonna take control of their relay. Oh, Asher just went poof. Never mind, I don't have to do it. So, as far as I know, here's the decivilized worlds that are fallen to deterioration. Asher, Gilead, Hesperus, and Tarcessus, or whatever it's called. I don't think the church really exists anymore. Planets inhabited. So the Path have Epiphany. The Path have 2 worlds, but the church has 0. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's go get some crew. Because colonizing Gilead punched a big old hole where we are. Our combat-wide readiness sucks. Alright, so then after this, I'm going to work to destabilize the Path worlds as much as I can. Open market, so I'm not going to sell that blueprint to anyone. I really only need the fuel. I'll pay money for the fuel, that's fine. Okay, let's go destabilize the Path worlds. And we're starting to get some, our initial colonies are getting set up too. Anyang here got ground defenses. I'll queue heavy batteries. I'd like not to have to babysit their way up there so much, so the more I can sort of gear them up to defend themselves, the better. Alright, so that's a tactical bombardment. And let's disrupt their spaceport. It's August 24th. Let's wait 1 day and disrupt something else. Mining. Wait a day and disrupt their last industry. Oh. Alright, taking a look. They don't have anything not disrupted. What I'm going to do, this Tritachyon, I'm going to avert it with funds. They're sending it to a world that I don't want hurt or harmed. Okay, so one more Path world for us to mess with. Tactical bombardment is done. And a raid of their spaceport is done. A hostile fleet tracking my movements? Well then, they better fight me, because... Mining... Done. I'm going to do one last raid to try to steal stuff from the Lubbock Church. Or path, rather. Wow, that was not worth it. Alright. What about this Beholder Station? Oh, right, yeah. Visit... No, I don't want to do anything here. Okay, blowing up their deploy stuff, removing stability and the like. It's mine now. So factions. It's interesting. I don't know if the church exists really, but maybe they do in some fashion somewhere. I don't think they do though. All right. So another thing I wanted to do is to potentially colonize some additional church worlds that have dried up. I don't have the AI cores to be governors, but I do have beta cores. And I could reallocate some of the alpha cores that I have up north managing population elsewhere. So if I do want to colonize some more, I would need to buy crew, supplies, fuel. Yep. So if I check the worlds here, planets, and I just sort, I don't care about anything else, I just sort by hazard rating. So Yama has a pirate world that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do this. This will piss off the hegemony in terrible ways. Might as well pick fights like that. Blue Crow, Claw, Crow, whatever you are, is done. So what I'm doing is the church and the path are pretty much crippled. The hegemony are sort of up my butt and harassing me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap down a flag on a decent world in one of their core systems and say, hey, this is mine. And it's going to piss them off to no other, and I'm going to love it. Alright, Ang Yang just leveled up. So what is it, this Tundra world? Yeah, let's go hit that up. God, this is funny. Hello, Palaver. Oh, they had ruins unexplored. And governor will be... Oh, you know what? I don't even have an alpha core for governor. So I'll be their governor for now. Sorry. I know. I'm a terrible governor. Organics, farmland, widespread ruins, habitable. Let's just do... I think what I'm going to do is a planetary shield queued, because this world is going to definitely become the ire of enemies. I'm also out of money. That's a new one. All right, so let's start destabilizing worlds here, but that's going to be for next episode. So if you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. I do hope that you appreciate all the polls. For everybody that did vote, thank you for voting. I think what I'm going to do is try to destabilize all of the enemy worlds, much the way I did the church and the path, and then sort of land claim them when I can, maybe redistributing my alpha cores as new governors. If you have any other ideas for this series, other than trying to monopolize the galactic market and destroying my enemies, do drop me a line. I'm always eager to see what you have for feedback. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all next time. Adios.